Everyone, meet Ray. Ray is a gold level Rocket League player and father, but his son is a grand champion. Ray wants to be able to play his son and challenge him to a 1v1. I'm going to be helping him every step of the way as we climb through the ranks, learning everything we can so that we are ready for the final challenge. This is Ray's journey to Grand Champion. Last episode, we went over two of the biggest aspects of Rocket League, ground play and aerial play. We also took some of the newly taught philosophies into a few casual games, and Ray immediately put the lesson into action. It's been so fun coaching Ray so far because he's so willing and open to try everything I'm throwing at him. I also scuffed up the recording and didn't have Ray's audio in there. Apologies for that. And today, it will be the same thing. I am kind of really frustrated. I don't know what's going on, but Ray's voice is not being picked up. I did a few tests and it was working. I don't know what to do. I'm sorry, guys, but I will make this exciting for you still, I promise. Speaking of today, we have a massive video planned. I took a look at Ray's gameplay and noticed that he's still a little too far behind on some mechanics. I really want Ray to reach champ within the next month or so, and today's lesson could honestly get him there. For those that are watching that are possibly in the platinum to diamond range, you need to pay close attention. Training. The act of getting better. The truth is though, training can sometimes be the root of your demise. A quote I often think about is, "Don't confuse action with progress." Tony Robbins said this, and his words are exactly the reason why so many people quit Rocket League. The amount of time it takes to get great at this game is massive, and you can double that time if you only play ranked with the hopes of ranking up. My point is not to discourage you. I need you to realize that you can expedite your progress exponentially with good training. Unfortunately, a lot of YouTube videos tell you to simply go into free play and move fast. And yes, it can help, but it will never be enough. But what if I told you that you only need to take your training one step further to instantly see your skill evolve? Let me explain. Training packs are the secret code. And before you yell at the screen that you've already done plenty of training packs, I promise you that you haven't done them like I'm about to show Ray. The logic is simple. You should be practicing training packs in the same exact way that a higher ranked player is practicing them. This sentence is incredibly important. Think about it. If you do a training pack like a grand champ would do a training pack and you try to replicate it exactly, this means that you're going from point A to point B in the most direct way possible because you're practicing the exact same things that a grand champ is practicing and is capable of doing. So today, Ray and I are going to head into the Platinum Goals 2022 training pack that Psyonix has uploaded for September, which you all can find on the main menu. And I'm going to give him specific directions on how to complete it. And it will not be easy for him, but I know it will be worth it. I really do believe that this training pack is going to be the secret to Ray's progress to champ. It's not a very hard training pack, and I think most plats could hit the ball into the net, but I know they're not doing it in the best way possible. I want to teach him as a grand champ what I would do, and I want him to try to replicate, wow, that's a tough word. I want him to replicate what I'm doing to make his progress go a lot quicker. I just want to show you guys real quick. This is his first attempt at this training pack. He doesn't really have the best looking shots so far. These shots aren't necessarily very difficult, but again, it's not the shots themselves that we're working on. We're trying to work on the specific movement to the ball and the options that you have. So I just want to go and show you guys how he does it at first. So we're going through every shot. There's only 14 in here, but at the end, I'm going to show him how I would do it, and then he's going to copy basically. And I'm going to be doing this with him. And my objective is just to have him score the ball more like a higher ranked player would score the ball. So number 6. Not really too difficult of a shot, but you can see he's jumping super early. This is something I'm about to show him not to do. Number 7 is all about control touching. I think the higher ranked players are probably cringing a little bit on his control. But again, platinum and diamonds and even some champs don't know what to do. And these training packs kind of trick you into thinking that you have to hit them as fast as possible. And yes, that sometimes can help, but there are different ways of doing each shot. Number 9 and number 10 coming up are more about like these extra control touches. You can hit it powerfully in, but I have a secret kind of method that is going to help him get more ball control. I'm going to have a before and after on all of this so you guys can see the difference. Number 12, Ray actually did that first try. Not bad. Number 13, I really want to spend a lot of time on this shot. I think this is going to be absolutely massive for Ray in getting to champ. And the final shot is another simple goal, but Ray's clearly not hitting it to his full potential. I'm about to show him exactly what to do. So like this first one, obviously it comes out towards your car. There are many ways for it to just go in. All I'd want you to do is jump up with a single jump and shoot it in. By the way, because Ray is on PlayStation, I can't have him share his screen to me live, so he recorded it, and this is how he edited the intro for this session. My dude put this intro in because he wanted to show me how much he hated this session. So this is Ray's attempt after I've showed him what to do. He did not use his second flip on really any of the shots, and his before clip looked pretty much the same, so not a lot of improvement here, but over time I'm sure we'll see some. This second shot, it's obviously going to be an aerial. The idea is just to get up to it as fast as possible and hit it in. That's all I want you to majorly do at this point. Well, I don't know what else to say other than Ray just hit that shot perfectly in. I mean, that's literally exactly what I told him to do. He did the fast aerial, he hit it high into the net. Perfect. And this was his before shot, very slow. I think he ended up missing the shot, so he looks way better now that I told him how to do this shot. This one, I guess it's just a weird shot. The objective is just to boost, jump once, and hit it into the net. Honestly, that one's lame. Don't worry about that one too much. That one just helps your completion rate, I think. That's all that's good for. This guy here, I don't want you to wait for it. Unless you're going to do something like this where you catch it and hit it into like a kind of a weird, like you wouldn't expect this maybe if you're defending, but I want you to make sure if you are going to hit it like that, it's strong and into their net. See how fast that's going? I don't want to see it do this where it's like floating to the right, or maybe you drove too far and it goes like up. So if you're going to do nothing, I'd want to see something like that. But the most ideal would be to jump at it and just take the shot. Ideally in the air, don't let it bounce, and the better you can get at it, the more height you'll get, so something like that's okay.
I've got this feeling, I'm feeling you could be the one.
This guy's a little bit awkward. I would say there's only two ways I want you to do this. Number one is to actually be a little bit patient and power slide into a catch, so you have a second touch. Maybe do even like a third touch, but I just want to see you get some distance, get it on this bounce, and you can go for a second play where whether it's an aerial like that, or you go immediately into some sort of like shot like that. Something like that is perfectly fine. That's just one scenario. The only other scenario I want you to do is jump at it sideways and something like that. I mean, it goes without saying that shot number 5 for Ray was not good on his before. He really didn't even consider the potential to control the ball. And then after, now that we told him that he can control the ball a little bit, just check this out. Gets a perfect first touch, takes a shot. I'm telling you, this in Diamond is going to be so much better than just taking the shot. Shot 7's tricky. Same thing though, 2 scenarios. I want you to pull back, get some distance, and a second touch. Something like that. Perfectly fine. You can do this in multiple ways. You can just hit it like this, catch it, wait for the flick. Something like that's totally fine as well. And then the second thing is to take it a little bit more like proactively, and on the second bounce, hitting it in the net. This one's not very effective in my opinion. You're not gonna have a lot of like goals go in and Diamond to champ this way, and it's actually a lower percentage shot if you don't time it right, and it potentially could be a giveaway. So I wouldn't worry about this one so much, but if you are gonna do it, make sure it's floating in. So where they have to defend it, and make sure that it's got enough power. So shot number 7 is definitely not done correctly by Ray on his before. I think most Plats and Diamonds don't consider that they, can take some time at their shot. But taking a look at the after, Ray absolutely destroys it. I mean, this just looks so good. You can't tell me this guy doesn't look at least like champ with that play. It's just going to be so big for his movement up towards into the higher ranks. Number 8. It's lame. But obviously, hit it with as much power as you can, and ideally, upper half. You have to time your flip pretty strong here. I don't want to see this. So yeah, I mean, number 8 on his before, he didn't get the ball in the air. I wanted to make sure that he did, so here his is after. Looks a lot better. Actually, that's a pretty strong shot. I think champs would struggle to save that even, so good job from Ray. This guy, same deal, kind of lame. I would say this one's just another like free completion percentage, just saving your second flip just to get some power. Looking at this before, shot 9 was apparently more difficult than I thought it was going to be for Ray. He jumped too early, didn't get the second hit with his flip, but his after, I am so proud of him. I didn't see this because he had to record after the fact. The dude catches it and goes for a flick. Like, he already learned from 2 shots ago. If you don't think Ray has what it takes to get Grand Champ, just, you're wrong. He's too good. That one's straightforward too. This guy is super lame. Just skip this one. I don't know. Just hit it hard. This guy is 2 things. It's a little bit too close to net for you to do nothing with it, but here's the thing. Sometimes this little catch here, you can even fake jump if you're higher level. This little catch can do a lot. Like, you can take it kind of slow because people are gonna jump. They're gonna think this is a straight shot. Sometimes it's nice to just hit the ball, be patient and wait. So I wouldn't mind seeing that. I don't think Ray actually had it before, so this is just the after. Really good attempt there with the dribble. I think that I just wanted Ray to think about that he has the option to catch it here instead of just taking the shot, and he is doing that. That's all I want him to work on and focus on for shot number 11. Shot 12, I think the point is to start training plats on double taps, so I honestly, I would like to see you do a double tap. For the before, Ray on number 12 just simply took the shot, which is fine, but in the high diamond to champ rank, this probably isn't gonna go in. So of course, I want him to work on double taps, and the after looked pretty good. Honestly, he was able to control his car pretty well, and I think that if he keeps it up, he's going to learn how to hit more double taps. It's only gonna help his aerial control. I think this is gonna be massive for him moving forward. This guy, I love this shot. I want you to spend a lot of time here as well. This is how we're gonna get better at flicks also. I don't think there's anything else I want you to do than catch the ball and just take it left. Don't hurry it. Don't shoot it immediately. Just catch the ball and take it to the other side. I want you to pay close attention to the before and after here. Shot number 13, so important. These before shots, I think Ray was just completely lost, had no idea what to do. This ball was never going in. The after is so good. I just want him to control the ball and take it to the net, and the dude does it immediately. Any high-ranked players watching right now will know that this is a fundamental to scoring the ball more in the higher ranks. So the fact that Ray is able to do it right away is so strong, and I know if he practices it more and more, he will be champ very soon. Just to remind you, all this one is you're gonna single jump, you're gonna aerial your car a little bit to the left, and then you're gonna use your second flip to hit the shot with power. On this final shot, his before looked pretty slow. He did not use his second flip at all for power. He just kind of jumped into it, which is fine if you're platinum, but we need to level it up. So his after looks so much better. He's using that second flip. He's aware that that is where he gets his power, and it's good to see him at least try, even though he has a little bit more work to do here. It's really just muscle memory. I highly encourage anyone who is in that plat to diamond rank or even lower or higher to make sure you rewatch this video, rewatch how I do the training pack, and do it for yourself. I think that you're going to see massive improvement if you at least train like a grand champ would train. So I promise you this will help. Now there's only one thing left for us to do today. It's been a longer video already, but I need to make sure that Ray is able to get some dribbles started. I feel like getting into the champ ranks, you need to be able to know how to do a dribble and some sort of basic flick. And I know Ray struggles with it. So let's take a look real quick in a private match how he's doing with the dribbles. So obviously, Ray struggles a little bit to get the ball in his head. I think it's a little bit easier to do in-game for anyone. So in practice, it's a little bit awkward, especially when you're trying to do it in front of your coach. But I can see what he's doing wrong though, so I'm about to tell him what this is all about. What I was seeing, your main issue is that you're actually getting ahead of the ball too much. You're ending up in this zone and then it goes behind you. Once you're ahead of it, it's almost impossible to get it on your head. And the main thing I want you to realize is with dribbling is you don't have to have the ball on your head like perfectly in the center to start out the dribble. Like, see how far ahead this ball is on my car? What this allows me to do is drive up into the ball like that. You see how I used some boost and pushed it to the center point? You don't always have to, but there you go. Yes, that was a perfect boost into the ball. That kept it like bouncing. Hey, that looked pretty good. It was a little bit awkward at the end, but like you kept the ball like kind of up and in your control moving forward. Oh, perfect boost usage. Yes, a little bit more. Yes, so close.